Hello, Saving Grace Homeschool. I'm James, and today we're going to be doing a math lesson looking at addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So there are quite a few aims for today. So by the end of the lesson, we want to be able to solve problems involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Solve addition and subtraction multi-step problems in context, deciding which operations and methods to use and why. Perform mental calculations, including mixed operations with large numbers. Use their knowledge of the order of operations to carry out calculations involving the four operations. Remember, the order of operations is BODMAS. Use estimation to check answers to calculations and determine, in the context of a problem, an appropriate degree of accuracy. Multiply multi-digit numbers up to 4 digits by a 2-digit whole number using the formal written method of long multiplication. Divide numbers up to 4 digits by a 2-digit whole number using the formal written method of long division, and interpret remainders as a whole number, remainders, fractions, or by rounding as appropriate for the context. Divide numbers up to 4 digits by a 2-digit number using the formal written method of short division where appropriate, interpreting remainders according to the context. And finally, identify common factors, common multiples, and prime numbers. So we're going to touch on a bit of all of that today. Move on. So 3 brothers have the heights of 185.5 centimeters, 1.922 meters, and 175.8 centimeters. So first things first, we want all of these to be in centimeters or all of these to be in meters. There's already a two in centimeters, so let's make this into centimeters. So 1.922 meters is, remember, 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. Centi, so the C here just means 100. That's like why a centipede should have 100 legs and a millipede 1,000. Yeah, that was just going off topic a bit there, but just letting you know what centi means. So to convert this into centimeters, it'll be 192.2. So how we can do that, I don't know if you guys know that method of when you multiply by tens or hundreds or thousands, you could just move the comma. So when you multiply by 100, you just move the comma twice. So you skip there this way once, and then you skip this way twice. So there you've done 2 jumps, and you get 192.2 centimeters. So this is now centimeters. And okay, so now that they're all of the same units, the question says, what is the difference in heights in centimeters between the tallest and the shortest? So looking at the heights, we can see this is the tallest one because it's the largest, and this is the shortest one because it's the smallest. So how we would do that is we go 192.2 minus 175.8, and that is equal to 16.4 centimeters. Also, by the way, I always forget to say this before I start doing the problems. Please, for all of these problems throughout the lesson, pause the video when you see the question, do the question yourself, and then watch the video and see how I do it, and then you can see the answers after that as well. Yeah, just try, do it yourself. Otherwise, you might be watching and you might think you're understanding, but you might not understand as well as you do, as well as you think you do, until you actually do the question. And then for question B, it says the difference in height between the middle brother and the shortest. Okay, so it's just, this is clearly the shortest guy. So he has 175.8. These are all centimeters, by the way. Then the middle one is 185.5. Draw lines. And then the tallest one we worked out to be 192.2 all centimeters. Okay. And now they want to know the difference between the middle brother and the shortest. So that would be 185.5 minus 175.8. And that is equal to 9.7 centimeters. And then finally, for question C, the difference between the middle brother and the tallest. So this is B, and then C over here. We will have the difference between the middle brother and the tallest. So we will go 192. When you find the difference, it's always a subtraction, and it's always a larger number minus the smaller number. 192.2 minus the middle brother, 185.5. 85.5. Okay, so 192.2 minus 185.5. 6.7 centimeters. Okay, let's see if I manage to get this correct. Oh, sorry. Just having some trouble showing the answers. Here we go. So, okay, so for the first one, 16.4, second one, 9.7, and the third one, 6.7. So we did that correctly. Okay, now we have a ticket sales question. So an arena sold the following tickets over 3 nights for a stop on a world tour for a big name band. So on Friday, they sold 2,786. On Saturday, they sold 3,012. And on Sunday, they sold 2,335. And then, okay, this is incorrect. What is the difference in heights? Difference in heights in centimeters between? Ignore that. That's clearly from the previous question. So for question A, it says, what was the total ticket sales for all 3 nights? So how we do that is we just add up all 3 nights. We add up the Friday one, 2,700. 2 looks too much like a 1 there. So 2,786 plus the Saturday tickets, 3,012 plus 2,335. Okay, that looks like a 1. There you go. Okay, and I encourage you to do it the long way. I don't have much space here to do it that way, but the long addition way. Maybe I can squeeze it in over here, and then and that will give us the answer of the total ticket sales for all 3 nights. Okay, let's just do it quickly. It's always good to practice these. 2,786 plus 3,012 plus 2,335. Again, let's add that up. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 5 is 13. We write the 3, and we carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 1 is 10, plus 3 is 13 again. Carry the 1. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 0 is still 8, plus 3 is 11. We write the 1 and carry the 1. Then we have 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, and then plus 2 is 8. And then let's use our calculators to double check that answer. Well, I will check it for you. Plus, Yeah, that is the correct answer. So that is the answer for question A. Then question B, what was the difference in between the highest selling and the lowest selling nights? So remember, difference is a subtraction. So we're going to have, where's the highest selling night? It looks like Saturday, and the lowest selling is Sunday. So we're going to go 3,012 minus 3,012 minus 2,335. Please use the long method again if you can. The subtraction method, yeah, I'm going to waste too much time if I end up doing that. So I'll leave that up to you guys, and we get 677. And finally, for question C, if the tickets cost £27, what was the total takings over the 3 nights? So how we do that is we take the total number of tickets sold over the 3 nights times 27. So we want to do that the long way if we can. So we have, just trying to think if I have enough space. So the total number of tickets times 27. And that, okay, multiply, we'll write that in there. Otherwise we might forget what we're doing. So 7 times 3 is 21. I hope I have enough space. 7 times 3 again is 21. 7 times 1 is 1. But remember, so there we times by the tens column, and now we're timesing by the hundreds column. That's why I'm adding these zeros in. So times by the hundreds column, units times hundreds gives us hundreds. And then finally, timesing by the thousands column for the 7. And 7 times 8 is 56. So we write 56 in here. Okay, hopefully there's enough space. And then we do the 20 times 3, the 2 times 3, but that's why the 0 is there, which gives us 6. And we put 2 zeros here because we're timing tens column by tens column, gives us another 6. 2 times 3, put 3 zeros. And then we go 2 times 1 gives us 2. 5, I need to remember that. Okay. And then lastly, we have 4 zeros. And 2 times 8 is 16. I need to try move this up if I can. Move this over here just for now, and that didn't move properly. Bear with me. Yeah, a bit more space to work with now. And now we add this all up. This is 6 there at the bottom. Okay, let's hope we did this correctly. So we add this 1 and all the zeros. That will give us 1, 2 plus 6. 2 plus 1 gives us 3, plus 6 gives us 9. And then 2 plus 7 gives us 9, plus 6 gives us 15. Carry the 1. 1 plus 6 gives us 7, plus 2 gives us 9. 5 plus 6, I believe. Yeah, 5 plus 6 gives us 11. Carry the 1. Let's check that now with our calculators. 219591. That does seem correct. We will see if that is the correct answer now. Show the answers. Oh, that is in pounds, by the way. Move this stuff now. Okay, so for question A, we got 8,133. For question B, we got 677 tickets, and for question C, we got 219,591 pounds. So that is how much money they made over all 3 days. Move on. So this question says finish these. I'll go through these with you. Let's see if we can get the correct answer. So please do them first. Don't just watch me do the answer. Like I said earlier. Okay, so we start with the 2, and we go 2 times 6, and that is 12. See if they gave us enough space. Doesn't look like it. And then we go put our 0 in. 2 times 7 gives us 14. Put 2 zeros in. 2 times 4 gives us 8. That's a 0. And then 2 times 2 gives us 4. Then all 3 zeros. Now we move on to the 3 or the 30. And because it's in the tens column, we put our 0 there. And then we go 3 times 6 is 18. We put 2 zeros. And then we go 3 times 7. So that's 21. 3 zeros. And then 3 times 4 gives us 12. And then finally 4 zeros. And 3 times 2 gives us 6. So we add these all up. 2 plus all these zeros gives us 2. 1 plus 4 gives us 5. Plus 8 gives us 13. So we write the 3 and carry the 1. Then 1 plus 1 gives us 2. Plus 8 gives us 10. Plus 1 gives us 12. So we write the 2 and carry the 1. 1 plus 4 gives us 5. Plus 2 gives us 7. Plus 2 gives us 9. And then 1 plus 6 gives us 7. We'll check that with our calculator. 4 and 2, 4, 7, 6 times 32. 79232. That is correct. Let's do this one quickly. I might not do other examples later on as in depth. Okay, so we start with the 8. 8 times 9, so that's 72. Then put our 0 in. I'm going to write this a bit more cramped actually, just up. So first one will be 72. Then we're going to have our 0, and then 8 times 2 is 16. Then 2 zeros, 0, 0. 8 times 3 is 24. Then 3 zeros. 8 times 4 is 32. Now we move on to our 20. So we put a 0 in. 2 times 9 is 18. We put 2 zeros in. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 zeros. I hope you guys all understand why the zeros are going in. It's just because of we're not actually timing 2s by 2s, we're timing 20 by 20, and now we're timing it 20 by 300, which will give us 6,000. And then put 4 zeros in. And we have a 2 times a 4, that's 8. Add these all up. 2 plus all those zeros gives us 2. 7 plus 6 is 13. Plus 8 is 21. So write the 1 and carry the 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. Plus 4 is 7. Plus 1 is 8. Plus 4 is 12. 2, and we carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 2 is 5, plus 6 is 11. We put the 1 here, we carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 8 is 12. Let's see if that is the correct answer. I hope so. Yeah, that is the correct answer. I'll show the real answers now anyway. There we go. That is how these questions are done. Spot the mistake. Pause here, and I'll leave it up to you to spot the mistake. Oops, I want to go on. Yeah, and show the answers. So 75 minus 75, 79 minus 75 is not 3, it's 4. And then 24 goes into, yeah, it's a bit quick with those things. Pause the video there if you can read them, and there are all the mistakes corrected. Okay, 3 schools are joining together to have a trip to the pantomime. So each school has a different number of students. There's Northfield, Westfield, Eastfield. Northfield has 376, Westfield has 435, and Eastfield has 209. Question A says, work out the number of children in total. So that is an addition question. So we're going to have 376 plus 435 plus 209. Again, so we start on the right and we go 6 plus 5 is 11, plus 9 is 20. So we write the 0, and we put a carry the 2. 2 plus 7 is 9, plus 3 is 12. Write the 2, we carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So total number of children is 1,020. Check with our calculators. Yes, that is the same answer. That is the answer for question A. Then it says, for how many adults need to go if there has to be 1 adult for every 10 children? So all we have to do is divide 1,020 divided by 10, which is equal to, and we know when you divide anything by 10, you just take away a 0 if you can, if it ends in zeros. So 102 teachers need to go. Then it says, what is the total number of people going on the trip? So the teachers and the students, so we will just add 1,020 plus 102. And that will give us, so 2 plus 0 gives us 2, 2 plus 0 again gives us 2, 1 plus 0 gives us 1, and 1 plus 0 gives us 1. So that is the total number of people going on the trip. And then for question D, so let me just write here, this is question C, this is B, and this is A. Cool. Then question D, if the coaches hold 52 people each, how many coaches are needed for everyone to go to the pantomime? So that is a division. I'm going to leave the long division up to you guys because we have gone on quite long. So it's what we would do is we go 1, 1, 2, 2 divided by 52. And I'm using my calculator here. Try to do the long division if you can, and that gives us 21.57. But remember, so this means that there's 21 full buses, and then it will fill another half bus. So you'll actually need 22 buses to take all the people to the pantomime, because you can't squish this 0.57, this slightly more than half the bus, into the other 21 buses. You have to get an extra bus for these people, otherwise they won't have seats on the bus. So let's see if these answers are correct. So we have 22 for D, we have 1,122 for C, we have 102 for B, and we have 1,020 for A. So I'm not actually going to erase it. I'm just going to move it over. So it's not in the way. Over here, maybe it's probably the best place. And let's see the answers. Yeah, there we go. That's how those questions are done. Special numbers. Okay, so this is going to be an exercise for you guys. So either draw or use 100 squares. So this is going to take some time, but you don't have one of these printed out or you can't print it out for any reason, please draw one of these by hand. Try and make it quite neat so you don't get too confused. And then we're going to do these things on the numbers square. So A says cross out the prime numbers. So I'm not going to do all of them, but we'll start by crossing out the prime numbers. That's pretty simple. And then it says draw a square around the square numbers. So draw a square around the square numbers. Circle the factors of 240. You'd have to calculate those. Draw a triangle around the triangle numbers. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what a triangle number is, if I'm being honest. Hopefully you guys know. Otherwise, please ask your teacher. Draw hearts around the cube numbers. Yeah, so those are the exercises you have to do. And let me show the answers. So please do it first, and then I'll show the answers now. They're the prime numbers. They're the square numbers. They're the factors of 240. The triangle numbers. Okay, and then there are the cube numbers. So you can see there's not many cube numbers. It's 8, 27, 64. Okay, and I think that is the lesson for today. It is.